Hey YouTube, bit of a channel update. And for those of you who, if this is the first video you've seen, let me just explain that this channel, Bannerman's Camp, is the rebirth of a channel called Sargevining that I started around in 2010, initially as a hammock camping channel. And it has gradually morphed into what the content is right now, which is the history of camping gear from 1890 to about 1990, as well as classic camping living history from 1890 to 1939, focusing mainly on the 1920s and the 1930s. And that's where me and a bunch of my buddies, other YouTube creators, we will go camping using original and reproduction camping gear. And we try to talk other people into doing it so we have more people go camping with, because we're spread all over the country. Status of the channel right now. I saved a good many of the videos that I made for the Sargevining Channel. Okay. I wasn't able to save all of them. Right now I have created, and let me look over here on my monitor, which I don't let you see most of the time. Right now we have 5 playlists. Okay. One is a new one called Camp Cookery. And I started to populate those videos. I have moved some of the old videos that have to do with cooking in the field, in the style of the 1920s and 1930s, into that Camp Cookery channel. It's mainly for living history, and I'll explain that in another video. Then we have the Sportsman's Workshop. And that is where that's a DIY thing, okay, where I use patterns and examples. Friends of mine have examples of do-it-yourself stuff that was made in the 1920s and 1930s. This is where I show you how to make that stuff, okay, so that you don't have to, the market in reproduction gear for camping in the 1920s and 1930s is very small, and the number of people producing reproductions for that market is relatively small. And especially in the early part of this 20th century, most camping gear was handmade, and that's the purpose of that playlist. Currently, I have re-uploaded every single one of the Sportsman's Workshop videos I have produced, that I have on file. Not all of them I produced, but all of that are on file. That everything that belongs in that playlist is there. More on that in a minute. Then we have one called Tales of the Big Steel Tent. Okay, that is it's a modern thing. It's intended for people who do car camping, who are converting an SUV or a truck or even their car into a camping vehicle. Okay, I have done that to my 2002 4Runner mainly as a mobile video production facility, where I am able to shoot video in the field and edit and upload in the field. That way I can spend a couple days in the woods and not have to come home and do all this video crap. I can stay out in the woods for a week and do video and upload. Really cool. Then there's the history of camping gear. and that spans, it's not necessarily a comprehensive list. And I try to focus in that on big moments, big developments in the history of camping gear. What changed? What made things happen? What moved the history of camping gear, the development of camping gear along? Okay. Currently, every one of my old history of camping gear videos that I have on file are re-uploaded into that playlist as well. Okay, again, more on that later. Then the last, we have classic camping living history. Okay, now this is to help you if you are interested in camping the way they did it in the 1920s and the 1930s. It's my contention that you learn more about the history of camping gear. You can better identify collectible camping gear if you use it. Okay, if you use reproductions or other examples, if you see a can opener, okay, the next time you're in an antique store, you'll know that that's an antique can opener, okay? Or if you have a reproduction can opener, you can kind of identify the collectible can openers. Sure hope I made sense, okay? Again, I have re-uploaded all of those videos as well. Now, here is the caveat. I can't upload them all at the same time. I can't release them all at the same time. I could release 20 videos in one day. Okay. But that doesn't help the channel build. Okay. The goal is to get back to where I make a little bit of money on these things. Okay. It ain't much. It's about 5 cents a view, something like that. At most, during the Sargevining, I was pulling in a little over $100 a month. It's not huge, okay? I'm not going to get rich off of it. The goal is to remonetize, okay? The goal is to get back to making $100 a month so I can buy more camping gear to show you. Okay, so most, if not all, of the old videos are uploaded into playlists. But they don't show up yet in those playlists, and here's why. I could sit down in one day and release every single one of those videos. Okay, and you know, there'd be 65 videos released on Monday. That doesn't help the growth of the channel. Okay, if I release 65 videos in one day, I'm not going to get as much viewership as I would if I release them one after another. Okay. Shotgunning into YouTube doesn't help the algorithm at all. Okay. Having content does. Having continuous content does. Okay. I hope to attract all of the old viewers, the people who are subscribed to the Sargevining Channel. If all of them come back, we will be able to monetize the channel in no time. Okay, and again, nobody makes a lot of money off of YouTube at this level. Okay, this is more of a hobby where I get enough money to buy more stuff. Okay, at most, on the Sargevining Channel, I was pulling in $100 a month. Okay, and I didn't do that every month. Okay, what we're doing now is I am releasing one video every other day. Okay, and I am mixing it up. And these are the old videos. Okay, I'm mixing it up. On one day it'll be history of gear, and the next day it'll be living history. On the next day it'll be big steel tent. On the next day after that it'll be history of gear, that kind of thing. Okay, that's the way the videos are going to roll out. And right now, as we sit this very moment, I'm scheduled out to the middle of December. What that does for me is it takes a bit of the pressure off of creating new content. Okay, I'm not on such a rigid schedule. Or you got to get it out. You got to get it. You got to have a video every week. This will result, I hope, in better quality videos. As I complete a new video, like this one you're watching now, I will insert it into that rotation, okay? And I will move all the other old videos up. Okay, so in other words, if I schedule this video for release on Tuesday, that will replace a video that was originally scheduled for Tuesday, and then that will go for Friday, 2 days later, and everything moves up 2 days. You with me? And hopefully, again, that will string out that schedule, so there's not quite as much pressure to produce a video, or not quite as much space in between. You with me? I sure hope so. All right. As of right now, the channel has 312 subscribers. A lot of them are old guys who found the channel. Again, that you guys have messaged me and said, "Hey, I found you. I wondered where you went. What happened?" Blah blah blah, like that. Thank you for the comments. Number one, I love the comments. I love talking to you guys. I've maintained the same thumbnail structure, so if somebody sees the thumbnail and they wonder where I've been, they can go to the new channel, this new channel. Okay, so there's 312 subscribers at this moment. This is after 2.5 months. And we have 612 YouTube verified watch hours, which is kind of weird. The whole YouTube thing is freaking weird. But what that means is YouTube has 2 tiers of monetization. Tier 1 is where YouTube still doesn't pay me, but you guys get a chance to send me some money. Okay, a tip jar, buy me a cup of coffee, something like that. If you think I've done a really good job on a video, you can send me $2 or whatever it is YouTube allows you to. And it will allow me to establish memberships where I'll be able to produce some special content or something other, some other reward for getting a membership, and I'll try to keep that as low as possible. And it allows me to do, I believe, live chats and things like that, which we will start to do once we do that. Now, that, at my understanding, is if I have 1,000 subscribers or 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of viewing time, I'll reach that first tier. Okay. The way it's going, in 2.5 months, we've got 312 subscribers. If I maintain that rate, well, we should reach 500 subscribers by my birthday in the middle of February. Okay. The 3,000 watch hours, well, we're only about 20% there. That's going to take a while. YouTube is a heartless taskmaster. Okay. And they've got a great business model. Right now, I'm making them money. Okay. A commercial's going to show up somewhere in the middle of this video. And my dog had found something. Hold on a second. Let me pause this and go find out what in the ding dang dong she's up to. Hang on. Okay, yeah, it's neighbor's getting a new AC unit, and a little bit seemed concerned about that. This is a little bit. is the real star of the channel. You'll see her wandering around everywhere. Okay, where were we? YouTube is a heartless taskmaster. Uh, it's a great it's a great business model. They've got millions of people out there working for free, doing videos, and they put commercials. Somewhere in the middle of this video, there's going to be a commercial, and they'll make money off of that commercial. If I get 4,000 hours, they'll give me a little bit of that. Okay. In the meantime, I'm working for free. So we are only about 30% of the way to the 1,000 subscribers I have to qualify that, and about 15% of the way to the 4,000 watch hours. Okay. I am under no misapprehensions that my content is going to be the most popular thing on YouTube, and I'm going to be Mr. Beast before I die. I do this channel as a labor of love. I do it because I'm interested, and I've got friends who are interested, and I know that there are people out there who would enjoy this content, just not a cajillion of them. I do know there's a people. My goal as far as the whole thing is to pull together members of the Model T classic vehicle collecting community who also want to do something with their vehicle, like go camping, backpackers who have an interest in history, bushcrafters who have an interest in how it all started, and longtime living historians who may have aged out of the whole military Civil War, World War II soldier thing, but still want to engage in what I think is one of the greatest hobbies there ever is. You might not think so. You might think it's a little weird. Well, no. One of the reasons why I like it is it's a little weird. But anyway, that's where the channel sits right now. We're going to be one video every other day until we run out of videos, and then we will go to one a week. Hopefully by that time, we will have reached that first tier where we can start doing some extra things, and I can start making a tiny bit of cash to amortize the cost of some of this crap back here. I also do want to mention, in that vein, Vico Expedition Outfitters is where I sell reproductions. All of the stuff that you will see being made in the Sportsman's Workshop is stuff I can do, and I can make, and I can sell through Vico Expedition Outfitters. If you go to Vico Expedition Outfitters and become a subscriber and contact me and say, hey, I was looking in that video about the Warren Miller sleeping bag. I can't make one. Would you make one for me? And I would shoot you a price, and I would make you a sleeping bag. Okay? Or you can contact me via email through YouTube if you want me to do that. Okay? So that's where we are. I do want to make sure that I thank each and every one of you, especially the guys who have found their way back to the channel. The expressions I get, the messages I get from you guys, hey, I found you. That's one of the most gratifying things in the world, is to know that people miss you and are glad they found you. Okay, even if it's just electronically, it's kind of a neat feeling, and I really do like that. Again, I do love the comments. So anyway, I'm getting a little long-winded. I do have a habit of doing that. I'll just say thank you guys. Thank everybody. Go to Bannerman's Camp on Facebook and join us there as well. There's a lot more content being provided by other people. So it's a fantastic community. I love how it's turned out. So let me cut it off right now and say we will see you down the trail. And we'll see you in a few more videos.